The start of the 5th window of the new FIBA international calendar for these two. The biggest centrally controlled basketball project of all time. We've begun with 80 different countries. A field that's been narrowed down to 60 for this second stage. Only 32 can make it to the tournament finals in China next year. And these fans are ready in Korea for this one, the 9th game in qualifying for these two. And elsewhere in this group, on game day 9 of these qualifiers, New Zealand have already beaten Jordan in Christchurch. And later today, China hosts Syria in Shanghai. The other 3 fixtures there come in a couple of days' time. And we'll see what it means for the standings. And these two both level at 6 and 2. They started the day 2nd and 3rd, but Jordan, despite just a 5 and 4 record, have jumped briefly into 2nd place. But these are the 2nd and 3rd best teams so far in this competition, in this group. And Lebanon being introduced first, finished 2nd in their first stage group, only behind Jordan on points differential. They carried a 5 and 1 record into this stage, where they've had 2 drama-filled encounters so far. A 4-point overtime win over China on home soil, and then a 3-point road loss at group leaders New Zealand. They're 2nd, as I say, at the start of the day in the group, just 1 win behind the Kiwis at the top. Slobodan Subotic is the head coach for Lebanon. And now the introduction of the Korean team. 2nd themselves in their first stage group, 1 win behind New Zealand. Their 4 and 2 record carried through to the 2nd stage. They've 6 won by 11 in Jordan and by a whopping 37 against Syria here on home soil. They're 6 and 2 overall, which put them 3rd in Group E at the start of the day, only behind their opponents, Lebanon, on points differential. And like Lebanon, just 1 win behind New Zealand. They're led here by Kim Sang-shik. And we will pause now for the 2 national anthems, Lebanon and Korea. It's 2 informed teams set to collide here today. Korea have won their last 4, scoring over 100 points in 2 of their last 3. Lebanon have won 5 of their last 6. Their only defeat in that run coming by 3 points against group leaders New Zealand last time out. They're yet to lose 2 in a row in these qualifiers. It's been 8 months since Korea last lost an Asian Qualifiers game, riding high on that 4-game winning streak. They've got better and better the longer this campaign has gone on. As we take a look at your officiating team for this one, the last window saw Korea navigate a tough road game in Amman, holding Jordan and then handing them just their second defeat in the competition. A few days later they came home, blew Syria away, building up steam at just the right time in the competition. Can they keep that run going here today against a team they're neck and neck with in the standings? Lebanon have a similar roster to the last window when they faced New Zealand and China. They've had a training camp in the Philippines and 2 warm-up games against their national team. So they'll feel in a good frame of mind for this one, and they performed so well in the last window as well. A come-from-behind overtime classic against China in Beirut. We'll see those rosters now. And to Lebanon, you look at the number 30, Rodrigue Akel, a big responsibility, averaging a team-high 5 assists because star point guard Arakji is still injured. The big centre Atta Majok is key for them in the starting lineup, and so too Amir Saoud, who leads them with 20 points per game, 4.4 assists as well. Majok averaging 11.3 points and team highs of 7.5 rebounds, 1.8 steals and 1.8 blocks per game for Lebanon. That inside-outside connection between those 2 key players, crucial for Lebanon. And they'll look to the rest of their roster for that creativity, and Akel in particular, perhaps with Arakji out injured at point guard. Look at the South Korea roster as well. Raguna, the number 20, formerly known as Ricardo Ratcliffe, is their standout superstar. Tournament high 30.2 points and 12.2 rebounds per game in these Asian qualifiers. 1.3 blocks per game as well, shooting 65% from the field. He starts at center today, and also key in that department, the size of Oh Se-kyun, who's averaging close to 10 points and 7 rebounds a game. And Lee Jung-hyun is key in a number of areas. The number 3, a team third best, 13.5 points, a team second best, 4.9 assists per game, and shooting 49% from downtown. Lebanon were 5 points behind with only around 90 seconds to play in that game against China. In front of 7,500 fans on home soil, they forced the extra period and won it by 4, 92-88 the final score, their first ever victory over China. And they almost came up with an even better result a few days later, building a bit of a lead early on in Rotorua, just falling away late to lose by 3 points to group leaders New Zealand, 63-60. And the coach said he was incredibly proud of the players' efforts and the belief they had that they could force New Zealand into just a second defeat of the campaign, even if ultimately that didn't materialize. In terms of the comparison between these two, Korea the slightly better shooting team so far in these qualifiers. The difference coming from downtown, where they shoot 39% compared to Lebanon's 34%. Their opponents have been better on the boards though. 6 extra rebounds on average. Lebanon also the best blocking team of all the teams in Asia, averaging 4.9 a game. And their rebounding has helped them on the fast break, where they score close to double the points that Korea put up in that category. And to counteract Lebanon's strength inside, Korea do protect the ball ever so well. Just 9 turnovers a game on average. That's 5 fewer than Lebanon. We'll see how well they can protect it today, though, against a Lebanese team that averages close to 10 steals a contest. It should all make for a fascinating contest between two teams in form and at 6-2 both in the standings. Slobodan Subotic is the head coach for Lebanon, former head coach of the Slovenian national team, as well as Lebanese club side Al Riyadi Beirut. And on the other bench, Kim Sang-shik, the head coach of Korea. We've also got the top 2 three-point shooters in Asia set to go toe-to-toe and shot for shot in this one. Lee Jung-hyun has knocked down a continent-high 26 threes at 49% accuracy. Lebanon's Amir Saoud has hit 21 at 53% accuracy. So which of those sharpshooters will hit the most here today? A moment's silence in honour of the late Patrick Baumann. May he rest in peace. Here we go then. It's a 2-time Asian champion against a 3-time runner-up on the continental stage. But this is all about getting to the greatest stage on the planet. The World Cup awaits in China next year. And the winner of this one will be within touching distance of their place at the showpiece event in international world basketball. Lebanon starting with the ball. A chance to drive inside for Mesher, kicks it back out. 3-point shot for Haidar, misses it, caught underneath though by Abdel Nur. And then a foul on the second 3-point attempt from Ali Haidar. The man fouled on a 3-point shot, who's only shooting 19% from the outside so far in this campaign. That's not a good foul from Korea, especially after throwing up an air ball on the first attempt. It's a foul that's going to cost them a couple of points. It's going to cost them all 3. Oh, nice dish. Won't go down inside though for Ragunan. Messer moving it on quickly. Inside it goes for the attack from Haidar again. Lovely crossover to create the room. Way off the mark on the backboard though, but put back in with the foul from Ragunan. Ose-kyun wildly off the mark. Ragunan was there underneath. And now has a chance with the N1 opportunity to tie the game. And the man averaging over 30 points in these qualifiers can't complete the 3-point play. Here is Majok handing off to Saoud. 20 points per game on average to lead Lebanon, but he turns it over this time. And pops away on the fast break for Korea, across to the far side. And well saved at centre court. Jung-hyun pivoting, moving it out to the corner. Across to the far side for the 3-point shot, off the mark. It's a frantic start. The opening few minutes here, Lebanon will try and just slow it down in the half court now. Moved on into the paint, Majok attacking and getting the contact. Such a huge physical presence on the inside. He's doing everything in this campaign. 11.3 points, 7.5 rebounds, 1.8 steals, 1.8 blocks, a couple of assists a game as well, shooting 79% from the field, but missing from the foul line. Sekyun handing off to Sang-kyun. Across towards this near side now. Hee-jong inside. There he is attacking the two big players in the paint. Jockeying mid-air. And Majok comes out on top. Saud. Again, it's Haidar looking to get open. He posts up in the paint now. Saud across for the long two. That is too long from Majok. And battling to retrieve the rebound is Hee-jong. A quick pass down the floor. Jung-hyun moves it into Raguna straight away. Those two going face to face, toe to toe again. And once more, Raguna can't get the better of Ata Majok. Just 1 of 9 from the field altogether. These two teams in an offensive foul there against Lebanon. The shooting has been wild so far. Raguna handing it off to Hee-jong. He'll get it back on the outside here. Always looking to attack the number 20 for Korea. And drawing a foul on Abdel Nur. Three fouls on Lebanon already. We've only played a little over 3 minutes. Jung-hyun off the glass. Perfect trajectory this time. And Korea tie level. All 4 of Lebanon's points so far have come from the foul line. Can they get going from the field here? Haidar using his strength to edge inch by inch closer to the basket, and that's a nice tidy finish. Raguna. He'll put up the long two. And they stood off him and invited him to shoot. Haidar was late to close towards him, but he missed the shot. It's a wild pass that comes back, and somehow it goes down for Majok. The first field goal for Lebanon, and it's taken them almost 4.5 minutes. To get a couple quickly on the ball. And using the backboard to great effect again. Here's Lee Jung-hyun. And the second time in quick succession to answer back to those first 2 Lebanese field goals. Korea within 2. Turned over by Amir Saud. Here come Korea on the fast break. Raguna tripped on his way through the paint. They want an unsportsmanlike foul. Just a regular foul call, but it is Lebanon's 4th. Just before the midway point of the first quarter. Non-shooting foul, so Korea will inbound from the baseline. Yang Hee-jong. Almost picked off, just about saved on the near side. And a chance to fire the open 3 as well. It's good for Kim Sung-hyun. The first outside shot goes down here in this qualifier, and Korea have the lead. Amir Saud combining again with Majok across to the far side. Mezher down to the deck and a shot clock violation. The Korean fans lifted with the first 3 and then forcing the 4th turnover. Big plays at both ends of the floor. High screen set by Sekyun. And he's going to take on the long two. It's way too short. Only safe back into the hands of Emir Saoud. Yet to take a shot, Lebanon's leading scorer in these qualifiers, the number 5. It pops away out of the hands of Ali Haidar for the most remarkable turnover. Completely just lost the handle on the ball as he went to shoot. He keeps trying from downtown, having come in shooting just 19%. Sekyun handing off on the perimeter to Sungjung. Quick feet, quick thinking as well. Sekyun kicks it back out. Quick ball movement by Korea. And they draw the shooting foul with 4.7 remaining on the shot clock. And Lebanon at the foul limit already for the first quarter. Just 1 of 2 from the line for Korea. For Yang Hee-jong. So Lebanon trying to get level or maybe even take the lead now. Ali Haidar hands it off to Mesher. Wriggles away from the defense, hangs one high off the window, and he had to with Raguna coming out to confront him. Lovely pump fake, getting the defense up in the air. Tremendous play from Oh Se-kyun. Korea back ahead by 2. And that pump fake thrown in traffic as well. Knocked away and another turnover. 5 turnovers for Lebanon in the opening 7 and a bit minutes. Korea yet to turn the ball over. Ahmed Ibrahim, the guilty man this time. In fact, it's 6 now for Lebanon. Korea so quick moving the ball again. And an offensive foul against them. Drawn by Ahmed Ibrahim. It's on Oh Se-kyun. And that will be his team's first turnover. Trying to create the space on the perimeter for the ball handler, Jung Kyun. The illegal screen. Abdel Noor moving it on to Ibrahim. Floats one way too high as he looked to try and presumably find Atta Majok. The turnovers keep on coming for Lebanon. Raguna, a chance to go one-on-one. He's bullish, but misses his shot up against Haidar. It's not quite clicked into gear for him yet. Just 1 of 5 from the field, actually, is Raguna. Haidar puts it on the floor, loses it, goes all the way through, and will still be Lebanese ball just. They're close to turning the ball over on just about every possession, though. They get a break there as it comes off the heel of Oh Se-kyun. And now there's a foul on Lee Jung-kyun as well, with 4.5 left on the shot clock, so that will reset to 14. A low-scoring first quarter here, 12-10 Korea, who have been the far more sprightly team on offense. Protected the ball far better, but they only lead by 2. Ibrahim getting inside, trying to tie the Lebanese level. And it's recovered here by Jung Hyun. Korea taking the 3. Batted back and recovered. Stopping and looping one up from just inside the foul line was Kim Sung-kyun. 5 points for him now to lead Korea. Oh, blocked by Raguna, but put in at the second bite of the cherry by Atta Majok. Lebanon staying within touch. Final minute of the first quarter. Raguna with the pass inside, tipped away though against the backboard, and a chance now for Lebanon on the counter. Messer. They slow it down and play in the half court. Haidar, another 3 and another miss. An offensive rebound though. Abdel Mur, he misses as well. And this time, third time lucky for Majok. A couple of quick-fire field goals from him. Just a second or 2 differential at most between the game clock and the shot clock here at the end of the first quarter. We're neck and neck at 14 now. Korea a chance to take the final shot of the first period. Dancing through the defense, but throwing it wildly off the glass. And off the mark was Sung-kyun. No time to pull the trigger, went, but it won't count for Ali Messer. And these two will go into the first break level. Lebanon coming back with a couple of quick field goals from Majok from 4 down to tie it 14-14. Messer's 3-pointer, which would have been the first of the game for Lebanon, will not count. And both teams have struggled from the field. It's been a low-scoring, tight and tense qualifier so far. Korea 14, Lebanon 14. And neither team shooting the ball too well. And the hosts just 6 of 16 from the field. Lebanon just 5 of 12 so far. And the scoring can only improve. A Korean team who've scored over 100 points in 2 of their last 3 games. And Lebanon, who have leading scorer Amir Saoud yet to take a shot. And they've somehow survived from a whole heap of turnovers. 8 turnovers in the first quarter from Lebanon, but they're level. Korea haven't taken advantage of that, nor have they taken advantage of the very early fouls picked up by Lebanon. And they'll be bitterly disappointed to go in level. And their poor shooting percentage is to blame for that. They've also struggled to rebound the ball. Here's a look at that final shot, which came just after the buzzer sounded. There you can see the right hand of Messer still touching the ball when we reach 0. And the light is clearly on the backboard just there. So 14-14. And he's the unfortunate one. Didn't quite pull the trigger quick enough. Lebanon have scored the last 4 points, though, to come from 14-10 down to tie level. And they're led by the 7 points of Atta Majok. He's 3 of 4 from the field, 4 rebounds and a block as well. And a very productive first quarter. And we'll see the comparison in terms of the shooting numbers. South Korea really struggling to shoot the ball. We know they're much better than that. It can only get better in that regard. You presume for Lebanon it can only get better in terms of the turnovers. They average 14 turnovers a game in these qualifiers, but they've had 8 in the first quarter, Lebanon. A number of areas that both teams will look to improve, and the rebounding numbers absolutely dominant in Lebanon's favor, which is the reason, really, that they've been able to survive those turnovers. Lebanon have had 15 rebounds, 5 on the offensive glass in the first quarter. Korea have only had 4 rebounds in the game so far. It's the home team who will start with the ball. Lee Dae-sung to inbound. Korea led by the 5 points of Kim Sung-hyun. Raguna. He's really struggled against Majok so far. Here he is attacking him again, this time the nice pass, but a big-time rejection from Majok. The close-out rejection. After it looked like the pass from Raguna had beat him. Showing just why Lebanon are the best team in Asia blocking the ball. He's got a couple already. They have 3 as a team. And he's there to disrupt that shot again right at the end of the shot clock. No way through for Korea at the start of the second quarter. What a block that is from Atta Majok. Raguna back down from the challenge. Faced by Majok, tried to find his teammate instead, and Majok was there to reject his teammate as well. Haidar, another miss, catches and gets it to go off the hop. Five more points on second chance opportunities for Lebanon already. It's got to be high to get it over the top of Majok, and it was from Park Jan-hee. He's trying to provoke a reaction from this crowd as well, the number 1. Korea need their fans on their side. Lebanon have the wind in their sails right now as they shift it around to the corner for their first 3 from Abdel Nur. Things starting to click for the road team here. Dae-sung across to the far side, long range 2 for Chan-hee, got it. He's come into the game at the start of this second quarter and really looked to provide a spark. Only shooting 30% from the field coming into today. Majok turns and fires over the top of Raguna. And now here come Korea again, so quick down the floor. It's Chan-hee this time with the pass. Seong-hyun off the mark. Raguna big on the offensive boards, and they'll slow it down. And the 3 off the mark from Hee-jong. Korea just 1 of 4 from downtown. Still had a good 10 seconds on the shot clock, and it wasn't a wide open 3. Chose to take it on, and he'll go to the bench. The first break for Hee Jong-yang. He's played 10 minutes. Over 10 minutes already, and only averages 13 in these qualifiers. Picked off here by Raguna. Players waiting, locked and loaded on the perimeter. Chan Hee shutting the lights out at the start of this second quarter. Three of three from the field since coming in. Ibrahim trying to take it on, and the foul on Dae-sung. Messer. Korea up by 2, 3 minutes into the second quarter. There's another three from Ali Haidar, who keeps on missing them. Raguna from the strike. Didn't want to attack Majok again. He had a good look at the basket though and missed his shot. He still hit just one from the field, Raguna. Long range 2 will go, and we are tied again, 21-21. Picked off before it could reach Raguna. And the 3 too long, grabbed by Majok though, who's racking up those rebounds. Trapped by the double team. Can he find a free man? It's Haidar stepping in to the paint this time and forces it up with the foul against Raguna. The second foul on Korea here in the second. Haidar really struggling from long range, but he attacked on the inside that time. Had the guts and the heart and the drive to attack Raguna, and he gets his reward. Elias Rustom comes in for Lebanon, as does Jong-kyu Kim for Korea. Lebanon by 3 off that three-point play. Chan Hee moving it on. A chance to attack for Dae-sung down the baseline. The basket won't count though as he draws the foul. Lebanon's first of the quarter. And they picked up 4 very early fouls in the first quarter, so there's been an improvement in that regard. And they've still been able to limit the offensive output of Korea. Chan Hee looking to attack once more. Hasn't missed a shot yet. Across to the far side. Shot clock winding down for the final couple of seconds. Chan Hee, little pump fake, throws up the off-balance three-pointer, and it's wide of the basket, but turned over by Lebanon as they failed to grab the rebound. And not a Korean player in sight to force that error. His team down by 3. It remains low scoring and tight. And we are going to have a Korean timeout as he wants to talk a few things through.
포인트 에리어에서 밖으로 물러나니까 어려워지는 거야. 어떻게든지 보이컷 해가지고 포인트 에리어에서 잡아주란 말이야. 무슨 얘기인지 알아? 그리고 리바운드 힘들면 리바운드 다 뛰어 들어가고. 요번에 디펜스 한 번만 둘로 가자. 둘로. 디펜스 2. 디펜스 2로 들어가. 오케이? 디펜스 2. 없으니까.
What a spark provided by Chan Hee, even the confidence and quality to attack Majok inside. And the three-pointer, his 3rd straight field goal in the space of a couple of minutes since coming in off the bench at the start of the quarter. Good decision to put him in, coach. And that scoring burst has since come to an end though, and Lebanon have been able to get on top. They have the ball and they lead by 3. Rustam attacking, knocked away. Just to confirm that previous play, it is turned back now into Korea's favour. It wasn't a turnover by Lebanon at the other end because the shot clock violation occurred before the last touch by Lebanon out of bounds. So that's why we came back with a Lebanese possession. Across to the corner. Moved around to Chan Hee. Can he start to fire again? Nice bounce pass into the lane. Difficult shot though inside for Jong-Kyu Kim. They're all difficult shots inside against him. That's a Majok, one-man defensive wall for Lebanon. He's the only Lebanese player to feature in every qualifier so far as well, the number 3. He wants to attack Jong-Kyu. Passes back out to the perimeter. Driving down the runway in traffic to finish with a nice layup is Ahmed Ibrahim. Lebanon by 5 now. Chan Hee across to the near side. This time the 3-pointer. Off the mark but rebounded. Popped up from the corner of the paint. Halfway down and back out again. The shot from Dae-Sung. And Lebanon down the other end of the floor, get another one to go. Ibrahim this time. And they're opening up the first bit of breathing room. Knocked away by Majok as Jong-Kyu lost it inside. The stop and pop 3 won't go for Ibrahim, who's really started to heat up, but he misses that one. That's good for Lim Dong-Seop. Making his qualifying debut here today, and he knocks down a big shot to try and tip the scales back in Korea's favour. Ibrahim on to Rustam. Rustam trying to bulldoze through the Korean defense. Majok somehow in between 3 Korean players gets his hands to that ball. And then picked off. It's a 3-on-1 opportunity here. They have to score. And they will try and do so from the foul line through Basil Borgi. Lebanon briefly up by 8 points, the largest lead of the game. And now it's Korea committing the costly turnovers. Lebanon themselves have limited those turnovers and they've started to find their range from the field. Even if Borgi hasn't yet from the line, he's a key player for them, the number 33, 10.7 points, 6.7 rebounds per game. Missing both foul shots though. Korea can try and make it a 1-possession game again. Dae-Sung across to the near side. Here's Dong-Seop. Popped away, almost another turnover, gathered though by Raguna. The fake 3 into Raguna. And he misses again. Ibrahim floats one up from the foul line. Beautiful trajectory from Ahmed Ibrahim, who's come to play here in the second. It's still going to be Korean ball, down by 7. $14 points in the first quarter, just 10 so far in the second quarter for Korea. Their offense really has been limited by that man in particular. They'll try and rekindle the flame here as they miss off the backboard, and another rebound for Majok. Here he is on the offensive end now. 7 points, 10 rebounds already. We've played less than 18 minutes. Majok to take on the long 2. Would it go down? Borgi battling on the boards. Majok this time will drive the lane, finds Borgi for the long two, wide open, he misses again. And the rebound grabbed by Sekyun. Dong Seop fed inside towards Raguna from Sekyun, and a foul on him. On Borgi. Sooner or later, he has to really get going. Raguna. He's still hit just one shot from the field. The mid-ranger off the mark from Dong Seop off the inbound pass, and another rebound from Majok, who then gets fouled. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Lebanon by 7 and with possession. Rebound number 11 for the towering Atta Majok. Borgi dribbles into trouble. And then puts it in off the backboard. Majok inevitably is there again to gather up the miss, and here's Ibrahim. A chance to make this the first double-digit lead of the game towards the end of the second quarter. Akul. Borgi. Shot clock down to the final 7. Ibrahim bundles his way through. That's a nice move though, and tiptoed by Borgi. The first double-digit lead for Lebanon comes as we hit the final minute of the first half. And Korea are forced to call a timeout here, trailing by 11. It's slipping away towards the end of the second quarter for his team. We see the rebounding numbers and the second chance points there. Lebanon have 10 more points from second chance opportunities and 11 more overall in the game. So that effectively is the difference. And we said at the end of the first quarter, the reason they were still very much in the game and in fact level at that point after having 8 turnovers in the quarter was because of their rebounding numbers. And now in the second quarter, they've cut down on the turnovers. And they're still racking them up on the boards at both ends. And Majok has been magic so far. Close to a double-double in the first half. A couple of commanding blocks as well. He's certainly stealing the spotlight for Lebanon, but there's others getting involved as well. Borgi coming off the bench to have an impact. Ahmed Ibrahim had a scoring spurt as well earlier in this quarter. A huge improvement from Lebanon here in the second. Cutting down on those turnovers. Dominant on the boards and improving their shooting percentages. Shot clock down to 2 here. Good luck in the corner for 3. They needed that one and they get it from Lee Dae-sung. A huge shot in the final minute of the second quarter for Korea. They're back within 8. Now they need a defensive stop. They could still go into the locker room with their heads held high. Saud fires it into Majok, picked off. Can they recover? No, they can't. That is tough to take for Korea. It looks like it will still be Lebanon ball as they call a timeout with 3.8 remaining on the shot clock.
나와주고 소동이 들어가고. 자, 디펜스 앞선 스위쳐. 앞선에서 쓸데없는 파울을 하면 안 돼. 무슨 얘기인지 알아? 네. 자, 앞선 스위치, 그 다음에 골 밑에 들어가는 거 몸싸움에서 버텨줘야 돼. 그냥 따라 들어가면 안 되는 거야. 알았지? 네. 디펜스 하나.
We had a brief look at the shooting percentages during that timeout, and Lebanon's is creeping up and up towards the 50% mark. Korea have hit more shots from the outside though, which is keeping them close enough for now. That was a big one from Dae-sung to get them back within 8 off the kick out from Oh Se-kyung. Right at the end of the shot clock as well. They thought they'd come up with a defensive stop after that, but got the final touch to knock the ball out of bounds. And now they need to dig deep on defense again. 3.8 remaining on the shot clock, 11.4 remaining in the half. Saud to try and get the ball in. Majok peels away to receive it on the perimeter. Saud fires the off-balance long three, wild at the end of the shot clock. Not a good look at the basket. And not a well-orchestrated play off the back of the timeout. And now 6.4 seconds for Korea to try and close the gap a little bit more before the half is through. They have to advance the ball the full length of the court to do so. Dae-sung, he gets fouled. Lebanon do have a couple of fouls to give. 3.7 remaining in the second quarter as they pick up their third team foul of the quarter. Dae-sung threatening to get away. They'll inbound from inside their own half here if they can get it in. 2 to shoot, they put it up, off the backboards and off the mark. And that will bring the first half to a close. Lebanon led by as many as 11, but a three-pointer from Lee Dae-sung has pulled Korea back within 8 points. Korea 27, Lebanon 35 at the half. And we look at the shooting percentages, terrible on the inside from Korea. And Atta Majok, the main reason why, and look at the rebounding numbers, he's the main reason why in that department as well. 28-13, Lebanon lead on the boards. They have had 4 more turnovers, but they've created more shots because of those rebounds. And he's got 2 of those 3 blocks. A dominant first half display from Atta Majok, who's close to a double-double already. And his Lebanese team lead by 8. And Korea have it all to do in the second half here in Busan. Look at some of the main moments of that first half. It all started fairly brightly for Korea. They were moving the ball nicely on offense in the first quarter, even if the shots weren't falling. Jung-hyun got a couple to go early on. Lebanon were off their game early on. 8 turnovers in the first quarter. They only had 3 in the second quarter, though. A big improvement in that regard. They improved their shooting percentages as well. And Atta Majok forcing that one home. He's racked up, I think, 12 rebounds in the half and scored 7 points as well. Somehow floated over the top of him that time. Put off from attacking the rim, though, was Lee Jung-hyun. It's taken a lot to get the better of Majok inside. His towering leap. That time it was Chan-hee who came into the game and provided a real scoring spark, but Lebanon hit their first three-pointer through Abdel Nur. They've struggled from the outside, Lebanon, but they've been dominant on the inside. Chan-hee came into the game and hit 3 in a row off the bench towards the start of the second quarter as Korea started to light it up, but Lebanon weathered the storm and came back strong themselves. This was the third of those 3 from Chan-hee, but he hasn't taken a shot or hit a shot since. And Raguna has really struggled on the inside against Majok, something that has to improve for Korea in the second half if they're to come back from this 8-point deficit. Three-pointers just about keeping Korea in it. Lim Dong-seop has knocked down a couple. on his qualifying debut for the Korean national team. And that the only field goal that Raguna has been able to knock down. And Korea trail by 8, 27-35 at the half. Do join us for the second half here in around 10 minutes' time.
나가달라는 거예요. 이쪽에서 이렇게요? 저쪽 회의하고 있는 거 묻어나가요. 아 그냥 무조건
Welcome back to Busan, where Lebanon lead Korea by 8 points at the half, 35-27 on the Korean coast. And not quite yet coasting to victory, but they do have the advantage heading into the second half. They led briefly by 11 points towards the end of the second quarter before a three-pointer in the final minute from Korea cut the deficit down a little bit. They had an opportunity, Korea, at the buzzer as well, to eat into that deficit a little more, but shooting the ball terribly. The home team limited inside by the big presence of the Lebanese centre Atta Majok, who's close to a double-double already. And he's kept Korea down to around 30% on the inside, and he needs to respond. Raguna. He's hit just one field goal so far. He's been put off by that big inside battle with Majok, not been able to get his shots to go. He's taken plenty of them as well. He'll continue to try and score, I'm sure. The leading scorer in all of these Asian qualifiers, averaging over 30 points. He's got just 2 at the half. And if he can get going, then perhaps so too can Korea. They're certainly not cut adrift just yet. He's had a good 10 minutes or so with his team in the locker room to try and put a few things right. And they need to try and find answers to the questions that have been posed by Atta Majok, who is dominating the game for Lebanon so far. Seven points and 12 rebounds for Majok, 4 rebounds on the offensive glass, 2 blocks as well. He played the entirety of that first half. Scoring-wise, Lebanon are led, though, by the 10 points of Ali Haidar and 9 points from Ahmed Ibrahim. Korea's leading scorer has 5, Sung Kyung Kim. In fact, Chan-hee Park has 7. He starts this second half on the bench, though, the number 1. Had those 3 in a row. Haidar, 10 for him so far. The spin move, edge of the paint, and he puts it in off the glass to stretch his tally to 12. And Lebanon ahead by double digits again. Can Korea get going? Hee Jong. Out to the corner, moved into Raguna, and his second field goal will fall right at the start of the second half. He'd hit just one of his first 8 attempts. Maybe that's the spark that they need. And the first time he's had a good, easy look on the inside at the basket. 2 points and 2 rebounds in the whole of the first half for a man who's averaged over 30 points and over 12 rebounds in this campaign. Ibrahim looking inside towards Majok, instead moved around the perimeter for the open 3 from Mazher. Majok battling on the boards again, beaten to it by Jung Hyun though. Korea looking for back-to-back field goals to get back in business. Hee Jong. And piercing the paint and hanging one high to score was Sung Kyung. 7 points for him as well now. Six points the gap from 11 down. And picked off, but toes on the baseline from Se Kyun. That early basket in this half from Ali Haidar, taking Lebanon back up by 10, but Korea have kept their cool and scored the last 2 field goals. Contested 3 in the corner from Haidar off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Korea. And a chance to eat into that deficit a little bit more now. Raguna. He's going to take on the long two and drains it. 2 field goals in a row. Raguna heating up. And 3 in a row for Korea as a team. They've closed an 11-point gap down to 4 now. Ibrahim. Haidar rolling inside. Ibrahim looking to attack on the left hand. Moving towards the baseline. Wildly off the mark against his opposite number, Hee Jong. Pushed onto the corner quickly to Sung Hyun. Raguna this time had it picked off by Majok. And a foul on Jung Hyun. The first time Atta Majok's really got involved in the opening 2.5+ minutes in this second half there was to take the ball off him. Mezher. Here is Majok on the perimeter moving it on. Abdel Noor floating one high. Majok forced away from the basket. Found a nice pass though. And they cut through the paint for the score for Lebanon. Sung Hyun found a path through the paint. The offense flowing far more fluidly for Korea here in the second half. There's the fake from Ibrahim, driving inside, stops, pulls up, misses the shot. And it's going to be Lebanese ball with 4.7 on the shot clock. Did that shot touch the rim or not? They've not reset it right now. There's been a number of tough breaks on out of bounds calls for Korea like that. They do have to put up the quick shot. Raguna grabs the rebound. Passes it back to Jung Hyun for 3. Korea within a whisker. From 11 down, they've got within 1. A lightning fast start to the second half. There's a foul away from the ball on Hee Jong, Korea's third in the opening 4 minutes of the third quarter. We won't see it away from the ball handler. Hee Jong will go to the bench. That's his 4th personal, so Dae-sung comes in. Ibrahim gets the ball in to Majok. Haidar back to Ibrahim to take on the 3. And they're not creating open looks now. Lebanon. Korea have a chance to take the lead here. Sung Hyun. Dae-sung dances away from the defense, kicks it back. They'll penetrate the paint again. The finger roll won't fall, but a foul. Lee Jung-kyun will go to the line for a chance to give Korea the lead. It's an 11-4 start to this third quarter for Korea, and a chance to stretch that further here from the stripe. And it's packed in high off the window from Jung-hyun. Nothing going down for them in the second quarter, everything going down for them here in the third quarter. It is unorthodox but effective. Korea ahead from 11 down. Abdel Noor for 3, no. Another miss for Lebanon. And Korea again looking to go through the gears in transition. Oh, what a pirouette in the paint. Beautiful move, and the foul as Jae-kyung puts it in off the backboard. Korea are cruising. The pump fake spin move. Oh Se-kyun falling down to the deck, gets the and one opportunity.
Take a player. They scored 2 open shots now. Okay, they are running like crazy. We are not coming back. Hey, Amir for Ahmad. Yell Amir, come sit here. Yell. Sit here. Listen, let's go fish down.
건아 넣어줬으면 건아 넣어줘. 건아 있어. 건아야. 포스트업 하다가 외곽 서 있으면 안 돼. 우리 스타트 다 난다 그랬지. 지금 조금만 더 해. 지금 우리 쪽으로 넘어왔잖아, 그렇지? 조금만 더 하자. 조금만 더. 오케이.
We are not yet at the midway point of the third quarter, but Korea have already scored more points here in the third than they had in either the first or the second. A 15-4 third quarter so far. Only Raguna's second field goal, followed very quickly by his third. Already more points for him in the second half than he had in the whole of the first. And he's been by far from the only one getting in on the act. Kim Sung-young with a burst to the basket. The outside shots falling as well, and the free throws. Everything going down when nothing was going down before halftime. Se-kyun completes a three-point play to give Korea a 4-point edge. Ali Mezer. Abdel Nur onto the near side to Amir Saoud, who's going to drive down the lane, switches to the left hand and slices right through the defense to score. And to score his first points of the ball game midway through the third quarter. The man who came in with a team-high 20 points per game in these qualifiers. It's only his second shot of the game. Behind the back pass, Ragune is going to take on the shot in the end after hesitating, but an offensive rebound. And Korea giving Lebanon a taste of their own medicine. There's the head fake off the window for Ragune. Now it's Korea scoring the second chance points. 6 points in the third quarter for Ragune. Open three. And they are wildly off with every shot, Lebanon, right now. Ragune is going to take on a long turn. He's doing his work away from the basket now. Raising the roof. And raising the Korean bench. Six points, the Korean lead. Another three falls short for Lebanon from Haidar again. Ragune wants the ball every time now, turns to try and attack Haidar, shoots over the top of it, misses that one. And Majok grabs the rebound. 12 rebounds in the first half for Majok, that's his second. In fact, only his first here in the third quarter. Lebanon finally stopped the rot by knocking one down. They're only down by 4. Ragune again against Haidar. Majok is waiting to come across to help out. Ragune got him up in the air, missed the shot still though. Wanted a foul from the referee there and didn't get it. Left hand dribble drive, a nice kick out to the far side, and the three for Mezer. That's much better from Lebanon. From 6 down there, back within 1. Sung-kyung. Back out for the long 2, backed in again. Oh Se-kyun with a trademark banker. Mezer. El Nur moving it on, spinning away Saoud to Fired the three, misses it. Majok an offensive rebound this time. Raguna trying to battle him down low. Got a hand to it, but also a hand to the player. And that heavyweight battle continues in the paint. Fingertips on the ball. A piece of the man as well on the way down. And boy, has he come out swinging here in the second half. Only 2 points in the first half. He's got 6 already here in the third quarter. In fact, 8 already here in the third quarter, I beg your pardon. He's got 10 points now, as Raguna. He's also already had more rebounds in this third quarter than he had in the whole of the first half. What a difference a half-time interval makes. Hata Majok scoring his first point of this second half here. And he makes them both from the stripe. 9 points, 14 rebounds now. Korea's lead is just 1. Going through the gears is Dae-sung. Forced into missing this shot. Majok grabbing another rebound. Quick catch and shoot for 3. Now a chance in transition for Korea all the way through. Can he beat the block? Raguna can. Cleaning up the miss. 10 points in the quarter for Raguna. And the spin in the lane. And the hop for Borgi. Getting the shooter's bounce. Jung-kyun. Long 2. Seung-kyun with the good look. Misses and a foul. The foul on Basil Borgi. A minute and 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Raguna hands it off on the perimeter. Sung-kyung. Dae-sung dancing towards the basket and laying it up and in. Korea by 3, final minute of the third. Messer So trying to get away across to the far side, receives it, guarded though by Seo Hong-kyun. He's going to take the static 3-pointer, misses it, grabbed by Sung-kyun. Quick pass down the floor as well. Lebanon getting back in transition, and Korea will play in the half court. Oh, what a nice pass that is, and Raguna does the rest. Tremendous assist though. The spin and then the thread of the eye of the needle. Korea by 5, and only 5 seconds left in the quarter. Floated up from the foul line, it will go right at the buzzer. And we are heading to the fourth with a 1-possession ball game. Korea coming back from 11 down though to lead by 3 at the end of the third, 55-52 over Lebanon.
World. FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it.
And that's what these two nations are trying to do. They're trying to come and get their place at the 2019 World Cup in China. The winner of this one will be within touching distance of a place at the tournament finals. And Korea have the 3-point edge over Lebanon after a wonderful third quarter. A third quarter won 28-17 by Korea. They scored more points in that quarter than they did in the whole of the first half, having only had 27 at the break. And after he scored just 2 points in the first half, Raguna had 12 in that third quarter. Korea tightening up on defense as well as improving their fluidity on offense. And it wasn't just Raguna getting involved. A number of players have contributed 9 points for Sun Kyung Kim, 9 for Jung Kyuan Lee as well, and 7 each for Chan Hee Park and Lee Seong Hyun. Can he and Korea continue in the same vein here in the fourth? They were able to put that disappointing first half behind them. Lebanon will have to try and put the disappointing third quarter behind them now. And it is only a 3-point ball game at the start of the final period. 55-52 Korea, and a quick pass and slicing through the defense to miss the shot though was Dae-sung. Almost sending a message right at the start of the fourth, and in 10 seconds we've had a drive to the basket at both ends of the floor. How about that for setting the tone at the start of a hugely important quarter of international basketball. It remains 55-52 despite that crazy start. Moved on across to this near side. Jung Hyun for 3, looked off all the way. He gets it back though, kicks it across to the near side. Sun Hyun. Jung Hyun will line up another 3, and this time he gets it to drop. Fans and players up off their seats. Korea lead by 6. Abdel Noor back to Borji. Borji trying to battle his way through, lost it though. Dae-sung leading the fast break. Raguna trying to finish the fast break. And feeling it right now from this Korean crowd, all pumped up as he followed that one through, and he'll get a chance from the foul line. He's missed both of his foul shots so far. One more to come here for Raguna. 14 points, 7 rebounds, a block and a steal now. And he gets his first from the stripe. That's one more to that scoring tally. Just 1 of 8 from the field in the first half. He's 6 of 9 here in the second. There's the head fakes both ways and off the glass. Beautiful move and shot from Majok. They threaten the 3, move it on instead to Song Hyun. They'll take on the 3 this time. The close out late. And Raguna grabbing the rebound. Now he's approaching a double-double. He really has adapted his game in this second half. He was being blocked off at the basket by Majok every time he got the ball inside. In the first half, he stepped out and made a couple of shots further away from the basket here in the second half. And that one goes down for Seong Kyun as well. Korea have made their mid-ranges to find that fluidity again on offense. They're playing with a huge amount of confidence, shooting the ball, something that just wasn't there when they were trying to attack the rim in the first half and getting blocked off by Atta Majok every time. Messer runs into Raguna and turns it over again. Moved on swiftly, and there's the trail for the big-time Raguna rim rocket. Korea on fire now here in the fourth. 17 for Raguna, and they're up by 9, largest lead of the game. Popped away again, and a chance to continue with the basketball in transition. They'll take on the three-pointer, Jong-hyun, bang! Double-digit delirium. Korea by 12 from 11 down. Timeout called by Lebanon to try and stop the bleeding. With just 7.5 minutes to play, Korea have their first double-digit lead of the game.
How are we going to play this? Where is this? I don't reach the matter in the mission. Hey, wow.
Guys, not over. Come on. Just step by step.
We are confused in offense.
자, 잘 봐. 이번 이렇게 하자. 건아야. 완스리온 공격인데 반대가 있어.
31, you gotta be in the weak side.
선영이 볼 주고 포스트업이야.
We're posting up on the cross screen.
포스트업인데 자, 승현아 서 있지 말고
33.
여기 자리 비워줘야 돼. 커팅. 나머지 움직여서 외곽살 죽이자고. 원스리원이야, 원스리원.
15 points now for Lee Jong-hyun to add to the 17 of Raguna. Two big-time highlight reel plays back-to-back for Korea. The flying finish from their big center, followed by the corner three to give them that double-digit advantage. Jong-hyun now 3 of 5 from downtown, en route to those 15 points with 4 assists as well. Still plenty of time left in this one, but Lebanon have to, sooner rather than later, turn the tide back in their favor. Majok guarded away from the paint. Haidar puts it on the floor. It's packed in the paint now, and it will still be Lebanon ball, but only 2.7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. This has got to be a quick catch and shoot for Lebanon. Majok using his height to get there, misses the shot though, but it's put up in time by Abdal Noor because the first shot from Majok didn't touch the rim. And a foul then on Ibrahim, with Dae-sung controlling the ball very tightly to get it over half court. He's impressed on his qualifiers debut for Korea, the number 43. 5 points, 4 assists and a steal in 19 minutes so far. Here he is again. Sung-kyun taking his time, looking for Raguna. Back out. The two leading scorers combining into deadly effect. Sung-kyun's fourth from the outside. He's got 18 points now to lead all scorers in the game. Ibrahim, they're trying to find a way to penetrate inside, and that one will drop with the contact for Ali Haidar. 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go. And Lebanon trying to make it a 10-point deficit that they have to overcome. Haidar leading the way on 14 points for them. Majok does now have a double-double with 11 points and 16 rebounds, but only 4 points and 4 boards in the second half so far. compared to 7 and 12 in the first half. Seong Hyun passes off on the perimeter. Shot clock winding down to the final few seconds. Thrown up off the glass. Majok can't handle the rebound, but Haidar does. And then a foul in transition. Haidar asking for it to be called unsportsmanlike. It's not, though. Lebanon will have the opportunity here to try and make it a single-digit game towards the midway point of the final quarter. Also important to note that Ata Majok, as part of that very impressive first half, had 2 blocks. He hasn't had a single block in the second half, and that illustrates the change from coach Kim Sang-shik's team, and taking on shots further away from the rim and to great effect. It's opened up all kinds of angles for them. We've got a timeout here with Korea leading by 11.
자,
Very bad on pick and roll situation. We switch everything and go for rebound after. In offense, run 4 and 5. Run 4 and 5, and you can run with team fist. This is the single pick and roll. Everybody up. 6 minutes, guys. Let's go. We got time. We're good, guys. Come on. 6 minutes, guys. A lot of time. Yalla. Hey, fight.
1, 2, 3, 5. Let's need to play defense.
Another thing that Korea have done ever so well is catch up Lebanon in terms of the rebounding count, particularly on the offensive glass, where they were getting dominated in the first half, and that has helped them close the gap in terms of those second chance scoring opportunities, as well as we saw illustrated on the graphic during that timeout. It has absolutely, in so many departments and for so many Korean players, been a game of 2 halves. Raguna's flying finish, the perfect illustration of how Korea have turned the tide back in their favor. The lead is 11 with around 5.5 minutes to play. Another turnover from Lebanon and a foul as well on Ahmad Ibrahim. That will be Lebanon's 4th of the 4th. Is there a case for this being called unsportsmanlike? I think they are going to have a look to check. An anxious wait for him and his team. It's not the time for sloppy turnovers. It's not the time to gift points to the opposition. Trailing by 11, with the clock very much against you. The officials are having a look at this turnover. There's a grab of the shorts from Ahmed Ibrahim after the ball was knocked away by Korea. Initially the foul called as a regular foul. And there's that grab of the shorts, quickly relinquished by Ibrahim, but yet still spotted here on the video. Lee Dae-sung, who knocked the ball away initially. And it is just the regular foul. It is still the 4th team foul on Lebanon, though, in 4.5 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Any further fouls from their defense will send Korea to the foul line, shooting foul or not. Sung Kyun, busy on the perimeter. Passes off to Jung Hyun. There's the pirouette, edge of the paint. Can he bank it in? Not quite. Beautiful lightning fast spin move. It will still be Korean ball. 12, I believe, is their largest lead, so they could stretch that here with only 5 minutes to play. Jung Kyung on the perimeter. A risky cross-court high pass tipped away. Still Korean possession, only 6 left to shoot though. The pump fake, off balance, Raguna. Throwing up several pump fakes, the hesitation. The weight, the poise in the paint. "19 points now, and 17 of those have come in the second half for Raguna. Lebanon get a trip to the line themselves down the other end of the floor. The foul on Seoung Kyun. And they need each and every point they can get now, having fallen behind by 13. Ibrahim will move to double figures. 11 points now to tie with the 11 of Majok for his team. They're led by the 14 of Haidar. Both teams with 3 players hitting the double-digit milestone. Korea with the 11-point lead though. Dae-sung. Sun Hyuk. Across to the far side it goes. What a quick move that was to escape towards the baseline. Push back, wide open, 3. Won't go down. Raguna big on the boards again. Another second chance opportunity for Korea. And maybe even a chance of a third chance opportunity. His team putting absolutely everything in, leaving everything on the basketball court to battle away on the boards and to match Lebanon in that department in the second half when they were battered on the boards before halftime. Only 4 of his 16 have come since the interval. Majok not happy here as he tried to grab that one. Called for the foul, which takes Lebanon to the limit. Four minutes and 16 seconds to go. Seoung Kyun, who's had a really good contribution throughout this qualifying campaign, misses the second, almost grabbed by Raguna. "12 points the advantage. 4 minutes and change left on the clock. Ibrahim forced away. Contested 3-point shot, falling down to the deck, won't go, and tipped into Korean hands. Dae-sung. The clock on Korea's side. They'll slow it down and take precious seconds away from Lebanon here. Seoung Kyun battling away near side of the paint. Draws the defense like moths to a flame and allows the outside shot wide open for Dae-sung. 15-point Korean lead. 3.5 minutes less than to play. Ackle hasn't played a great deal in this one after 5 assists per game in the previous window. That one halfway down, back out and back in again for Ibrahim, a Lebanese lifeline. It cuts the lead to 12 with 3 minutes to play. Dae-sung. Raguna. Hee-jong back into Raguna, flips it in and flexes the muscles. A 21-point, 11-rebound double-double now, and here come Korea again. The wise thing from Sun Young Kim was to slow it down. and eat into the remaining game clock. Less than 2.5 to play now, a 14-point differential. Raguna will hand it back to Daesun, who's full of energy, and Raguna trying to tip it not once but twice but 3 times. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Raguna rising to the challenge here in the second half. 23 points. And 13, maybe even 14 rebounds after that sequence. Haidar coming back strong, but coming back too late now, surely. He plows past a couple of Korean players to score with the and-one opportunity, but how about the contribution down the other end of Raguna after such a disappointing first half? He's been on fire here in the second.
Three against one, they take rebounds. Nobody box out. He's going outside. Finish. Hey, 2 more minutes, fight until end. We need to put down this difference. Okay, we are not switching the pick and roll anymore. Catching, right? We are not thinking, switching.
파울하더라도 자 선영이가 가져놓으라. 선영이가. 자, 좋아, 오케이. 윙맨들, 스윙맨들 코너에 박혀있고 권하고 45도에 윙에 가 있어. 자, 여기서 놀다가 바로 승현이가 와.
Well, it looked as though Raguna had been rocked against the ropes by Majok's massive first half, but he has come back swinging and landed several blows to the Lebanese chin. Raguna, after just 1 field goal and 2 rebounds in the first half, has 10 field goals and 11 rebounds here in the second. 23 points, 13 boards overall. He was 1 of 8 from the floor before half-time. He's 10 of 16 from the field since. Korea's main man stepping up to the plate, but others have played a big role as well. They're up by 13 with less than 2 minutes to play. Kim Sun-hyun looking to dance with the defense. Moved around the perimeter, shot clock down to the final 5 seconds. They kick it back for another 3-pointer. Majok with a towering take. Ibrahim twisting and turning, missing the shot though. And Korea are going to win this one and move to 7-2. Another one from the outside for Daesun. Korea's 11th 3 of the game. Haidar, final minute now. And Lebanon have been blown away in this second half. They'll continue to keep trying to reduce the arrears. Of course, it could come down to a head-to-head, a points differential. These two still have to play each other again in the final window. But Lebanon are about to lose back-to-back games in this qualifying campaign for the first time, having fallen to New Zealand in the second game of the last window. They will fall to 6-3. Korea will rise to 7-2 and take second place in the group behind the Kiwis and get within a whisker of the World Cup. Sun-hyun Kim with 13 points now, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Make it 14 points for the number 5. One of 4 in double figures. Knuckle takes the quick 3 because nobody guarded him. The shot clock turned off now. A 13-point differential. Korea with one final offense. Raguna hangs on to it and hears it from the home crowds. And they'll just run out the remaining time. Korea are within touching distance of a place at the 2019 World Cup as they win a 5th straight game here in this qualifying campaign. They come from 11 down to do it, to win it by 13, 84-71 behind the monster double-double and the monster recovery of Raguna. 23 points, 13 rebounds, having had just 2 points and 2 boards in the first half. A personification of the Korean turnarounds over quarters 3 and 4. And he led 4 players in double figures, 15 for Jung Kyun Lee, 14 for Sung Kyun Kim, and 11 for Dae Sung Lee. As Korea performed big time in the second half, just 27 points at halftime. They finish with 84, 28 in the third, 29 in the fourth, and in the end, remarkably, they win the rebounding battle as well, and had half as many turnovers. Lebanon had 16, 8 of those came in the first quarter, but they were so dominant on the boards that it didn't bother them too much. We'll see the game leaders, that double-double from Raguna, and of course Majok had a double-double for Lebanon as well, but the majority of his offensive output and rebounds came in the first half. There's the top 3 out of 4 Koreans in double figures. Haidar led Lebanon with 19. Majok's double-double was 11 points and 17 rebounds, but 7 of those points and 12 of those boards came before the halftime interval. It was a tremendous battle between these two teams who came in lock level in the standings at 6 and 2. Korea with a bright start, but then shut off by Lebanon before Raguna started to rifle a few. Then long 2-point range after being shut off on his route to the rim by Majok in the first half. Both players finishing with double-doubles. But it's the player in the team that finished the stronger. Raguna and Korea who come out on top. Monster jam. Put the exclamation mark on a big Korean comeback from 11 down. They win it by 13. Korea 84, Lebanon 71. From me, Tim Long, it's been an absolute pleasure having your company for this one. Do join us next time for these FIBA World Cup qualifiers.
안 와.